Hello, boys and girls. This is our reading video for Tuesday, September 15th, and I will share my presentation with you and we will get started. All right. So yesterday you started without me. Miss McElwee did day 1, and we talked a little bit about landmarks, since that is our weekly concept, and our essential question this week is, how do landmarks help us to understand our country's story? Let's open this up. All right, so one of the comprehension strategies that we're going to work on this week is asking and answering questions. So asking and answering questions as you read can help you to understand the story and natural beauty, which you read yesterday. How can you ask and answer questions as you read? So when you're reading, if something is unclear, you should stop and ask a question, then look for details to help you answer it. So whatever is unclear to you, ask a question about it in your head and then look for details to answer it. So let's reread this passage from A Natural Beauty. Think of a question, then highlight details to help you answer it. And we will use the think aloud to help us. Okay. A Natural Beauty. It is a famous landmark in the United States, and it's huge. It is 1 mile deep and 10 miles wide. It was carved out of rock by the Colorado River. It stretches across parts of 4 states. What is it? It's the Grand Canyon. Exploring the canyon. Many tourists visit the Grand Canyon. In fact, almost 5 million people take a trip to this national treasure each year. People come from around the world to hike the dusty trails. They take boat rides down the Colorado River. They gaze across miles of massive red and brown cliffs. Nature lovers visit the Grand Canyon too. They come to look for animals. They peek at the hundreds of different kinds of plants. They may spot eagles and see mountain lions. They may even spy snakes and spiders, and some may even see bats. Some visitors also come to learn about the canyon's history. Okay, so after rereading it, you might say, I have a question. Why do people visit the Grand Canyon? Let's see if we can look back and find some details to answer that question. So when I look back, I look at this highlighted part that they've done for us. People come from around the world to hike the dusty trails. They take boat rides down the Colorado River. So I read that people like to hike trails and take boat rides. That answers my question. So that helps me to understand the story I'm reading. I know that people come to visit the Grand Canyon for hiking and boat rides. Okay, let's go on. Nature lovers visit Grand Canyon too. They come to look for animals. They peek at different kinds of plants. So some people come to look at plants or animals. And then some visitors also come to learn about the canyon's history. So they go to learn about its history. So now we know several reasons why people might come to visit the Grand Canyon: to hike, to take boat rides, to look at animals and plants, or to learn about its history, or all of those things. They might come for all of those reasons. Okay, so people visit the canyon to enjoy it and learn things, to learn about different things. All right, so that's just an example of asking and answering questions while you're reading. So let's try this. As you read A Natural Beauty, think about the main idea and key details. What is the main idea? Right, the main idea is the most important point the author makes about a topic, or the most important thing in the story. What do key details tell about? Key details tell about the main idea. Decide what the details have in common to figure out the main idea. Okay, so let's go on. As you read A Natural Beauty, highlight key details that tell why people visit the Grand Canyon. Use what the details have in common to help you figure out the main idea. Use the think aloud to help you. All right, so let's read this section. Many tourists visit the Grand Canyon. In fact, almost 5 million people take a trip to this national treasure each year. People come from around the world to hike the dusty trails. They take boat rides down the Colorado River. They gaze across miles of massive red and brown cliffs. So, do you think we know what our main idea is? So, people come from around the world to hike the dusty trails. They take boat rides down the Colorado River. Do we think that's a detail or a main idea? I think that's a detail. So one of our details is that people hike the trails and take boat rides down the river. I have a feeling these details are going to have a lot in common with the question that we asked and answered earlier. Okay. Another thing they do is gaze across miles of massive red and brown cliffs. Okay, another thing that they do, we might say nature lovers come to look for animals and plants. So what is our main idea? What do all these things have in common? Right, these are the reasons that people visit the Grand Canyon. So our main idea is why people visit the Grand Canyon. Very good job. All right, let's keep going. So you can fill out your graphic organizer. We talked all about that, so that shouldn't be too difficult now. Okay, here we have some phonics. So we're going to say each word aloud. Decide whether each word has the long O sound. Move all the words with the long O to the column labeled long O. Not all of the words will be used. Okay, so long O says O. So we're looking for words that say O. Toad. Yes, that's a long O. Bone. Cost. That one doesn't say O. Coast. Ah, that one does say O. Slow. Bond. Where's this one going to go? Right over here. Slot. Sold. Note. Let's see how we did.
Great job.
We are awesome. All right, let's try some more. Foe. Where's this one going to go? Right, it says O. Show. Grows. Gold. Shock. Doesn't say choke, so it goes over here. Slope. Load. Round. Doesn't say groaned. Soak. And for. How do we do?
That's not it. Try again.
For. For. Oh, for. For. Okay, let's try this one again. Again. All right. One more group of words. Long O. Folk. I think so. Bowl. Howling. Owl. No. Loud. Open. Scold. Loaves. Window. Boat. Scowl.
Great job.
All right. Good for us. Okay. Stop sharing this one. And go back to this. We've got enough of that. Okay. So let me come back to you. All right. So I think that is enough practice on long O for today. We do have some worksheets to do today, so let's take a look at those. And since we've been doing long O, let's start with that one. Okay. So we have our long O spelling worksheet, and we are being asked to circle the spelling word in each row that rhymes with the word in bold type. Write the spelling word on the line. So in number 1, toast is in bold type. So we're looking for a word that rhymes with toast. Toast, taste, toast, beast, toast, coast. Ah, they both end with that oast sound. So I am going to type coast in my text box. I'm going to drag one of my circles over and circle coast. Let's do one more together. Number 2, boat. Do you think it's beat, float, or brought? Let's listen to it one more time. Boat, beat, float, brought. That's right, float. So we're going to circle float, and here we're going to type the word float. Okay, everybody got the idea? All right, you are going to finish through number 15 on your own. Don't forget to turn it in when you're finished. All right, let's look at one more worksheet. Okay, let's look at our multiple meaning words. Let's see. Don't think I'm sharing that one with you, so let me come back here. All right, that should be better. Hopefully you can see it now that I did it correctly. And we're going to take a look at this worksheet, multiple meaning words. So our directions say, read both definitions of the word. Circle the definition of the word. Should say that matches how it is used in the sentence. All right, so these are words that sometimes mean different things depending on how they're used in the sentence. Multiple meaning means more than one meaning. So number 1, go put all of your toys in the chest. So chest could mean an item that is used to store toys, or it could mean a part of the body directly below the neck. So which one do we mean here? Do we mean to put all of the toys in the part of your body below your neck, or do we mean to put the toys in the item that is used to store the toys? Right, we are going to use A because that is what we're looking for. So I'm going to drag this circle right over here and circle A. So that's all we're doing here. Okay, the meanings that they give us, both of these meanings are correct meanings for this word, but only one of them makes sense in our sentence. So we have to use our context clues or what our sentence is about. Okay, so the underlined word, and you're just going to drag one of these purple circles over and circle A or B for each one, depending on how that word is being used in this particular sentence. All right, let's look at one more worksheet. Okay, and so we're going to look at our fluency assignment. And this one is called Building a Landmark. So you will be reading this passage and you will be having someone time you for 1 minute and seeing how far you get. These numbers are going to tell you how many words you got to in that minute. And remember to subtract any errors from your score. You are going to do this at least twice, and you're going to record it on the 3rd page here. So where it says first read, second read, how many words did you read? So let's say you got to 72 words, you made 2 errors, then your correct word score would be 70. Okay, then you're going to try it again and see if you get any further the second time or if you make fewer errors. So if your score increases. All right, so don't forget to record that. Okay, and you're also going to answer questions. Let's go back up here. After you read the passage, you're going to be answering questions about main ideas and details, which we talked about earlier. So what are 3 key details in paragraph 4? How are these details connected? So what are they? Are they about the same thing? How are they related? What is the main idea of the whole passage? Okay, so those are the questions that you are going to answer. All right, let's stop sharing here. Come back to you. Okay, so that is our reading lesson for today, Tuesday, September 15th. If you have any problems, need any help at all, remember I'm here from 1 to 2. And if that time doesn't work for you, just send me an email and we will figure out a time where we can get together and talk about the assignments. All right, have a wonderful day and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.